In Episode 3, we're diving deep into password security and multi-factor authentication, the two most important defenses against the attacks we discussed today. Learning objectives. 1. Understand why passwords alone are insufficient. 2. Create strong, memorable passwords. 3. Implement a password manager effectively. 4. Enable and use multi-factor authentication, MFA, 2FA. 5. Recognize and avoid common password mistakes. I'm about to tell you the one password strategy that stops 90% of cyber attacks. Passwords are broken. Let me prove it. If your password is 8 characters long with just letters and numbers, a modern computer can crack it in under 6 hours. If it's 12 characters with letters, numbers, and symbols, still cracked in about 2 weeks. I'm Sarah, and in my audits, weak password practices are the #1 vulnerability I find. It doesn't matter how much a company spends on security. If employees use Summer 2024 across multiple accounts, they're one breach away from disaster. In this episode, I'm going to show you why traditional password advice is outdated, the password manager strategy that security experts actually use, how to set up multi-factor authentication in 5 minutes. By the end, you'll have unhackable accounts. Let's get into it. Let's talk about why passwords alone don't work anymore. Problem 1. Password reuse. The average person has 100+ online accounts. Email, banking, social media, shopping, streaming services, work accounts. The list goes on. Most people use the same password or slight variations across multiple accounts. Why? Because remembering 100 unique passwords is impossible. Here's the problem. When one website gets breached and your password is leaked, attackers try that same password on every other service. Gmail, banking, PayPal, Amazon, everything. This is called credential stuffing, and it works because 65% of people reuse passwords. I've seen entire companies compromised because an employee used their work password on a random forum that got hacked. Problem 2. Weak passwords. People create passwords they can remember, which means they're predictable. The most common passwords in 2024: 1. 1234566, 2. Password, 3. 123456789, 4. 123456788, 5. QWERTY. Even clever passwords like PSOBZord or Summer 2024 are weak because they follow patterns attackers know about. Attackers use dictionary attacks with databases of billions of leaked passwords, common patterns, and personal information scraped from social media. Problem 3. Password complexity versus length. For years we were told, use uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. So people created passwords like password1, which satisfies the rules but is still weak. Here's what actually matters. Length. A 16-character password made of random common words is stronger than an 8-character password with symbols. Example, password. 8 characters, cracked in 6 hours, correct horse battery staple. 28 characters, would take billions of years. This is called a passphrase. We'll talk more about this. Problem 4. Human memory is limited. Even if you create a strong, unique password for each account, you can't remember 100 of them. So you either write them down, insecure, use weak patterns, hackable, forget them constantly, frustrating. This is an unsolvable problem, unless you use a password manager. Password strength comparison chart. Time to crack visualization for different password lengths. Common password patterns, blurred. The password manager solution. Here's the solution security professionals actually use, a password manager. What is a password manager? It's software that generates, stores, and autofills strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. You only need to remember one master password. The password manager remembers everything else. Think of it like a digital vault. Instead of trying to remember 100 different passwords, you remember one key that unlocks the vault. How it works. 1. You create one strong master password. We'll discuss how in a minute. 2. The password manager generates random 20+ character passwords for every account. 3. It stores them encrypted, more secure than your memory. 4. It autofills passwords when you log into websites. 5. It syncs across your devices, phone, computer, tablet. The best part, you never need to know what your passwords are. They could be KL9MAMZA PQX or 8VB4WN6 for all you care. The password manager handles it. Recommended password managers. Option 1. Bitwarden. My recommendation. Free version is excellent. Open source. Security community reviews the code. Works on all devices. Cost, free, premium is 10-year. Option 2, 1Password, beautiful interface, excellent security, great for families. Cost, 3-month individual, 5-month family. Option 3, Dashlane, user-friendly, includes dark web monitoring, VPN included. Cost, 5-month. Option 4, built-in managers, use with caution. Apple Keychain, good for Apple-only users. Google Password Manager, convenient but tied to Google account. My recommendation, use a dedicated password manager like Bitwarden. It's more secure and works across all platforms. How to set up a password manager, 5 minutes. Step 1, go to bitwarden.com or your chosen manager. Step 2, create your master password. This is the one password you'll memorize. Make it strong. Use a passphrase, Blue Ocean Piano Mountain Sunset 2025. Or use the diceware method. We'll cover this. Aim for 20+ characters. Step 3, install the browser extension and mobile app. Step 4, start adding your accounts. Begin with your most important accounts: email, banking, work accounts. Step 5, generate new, strong passwords. The password manager can generate random passwords. Use them. Recommended 20+ characters, all character types. Step 6, update your accounts one by one. Log in to each account, go to settings, change password to the new strong one. The password manager will ask to save it. Do this gradually. You don't need to update everything in one day. Start with critical accounts. What if the password manager gets hacked? Password managers use military-grade encryption. Even if a company's servers are breached, your passwords are encrypted with your master password. Without that master password, the data is useless. That said, choose your master password carefully. If you forget it, you can't recover your passwords. What if I forget my master password? Write it down and store it securely. A physical copy in a safe or safety deposit box is fine. The threat is digital attacks, not someone breaking into your house to steal your passwords. Isn't this putting all my eggs in one basket? Yes, but it's a very secure basket, and it's still more secure than using weak passwords or password reuse. Plus, you'll add multi-factor authentication to your password manager for an extra layer of security. Password Manager Interface Demo. Bitwarden. Step-by-step setup process. Password generation demonstration. Security comparison. Password manager versus human memory. Okay, we've covered password managers, but there's one more layer of security you absolutely need: multi-factor authentication. Even with strong passwords, accounts can still be compromised. Multi-factor authentication stops 99.9% of automated attacks. Before we dive into that, quick reminder: if you're finding this valuable, hit subscribe. I post cybersecurity tutorials every week, and next week we're covering network security and VPNs. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, 2FA. Multi-factor authentication, sometimes called two-factor authentication or 2FA, is the single most effective security control you can implement. What is MFA? It's a second form of verification beyond your password. Even if someone steals your password, they can't log in without the second factor. Authentication factors. There are 3 types of authentication. 1. Something you know. Password, PIN. 2. Something you have. Phone, security key, authenticator app. 3. Something you are. Fingerprint, face recognition. Multi-factor authentication uses at least 2 of these. MFA methods, from least to most secure. Method 1. SMS. Text message codes. You enter your password, then receive a 6-digit code via text. Pros: easy to set up, universally supported. Cons: vulnerable to SIM swapping attacks. Advanced threat. SIM swapping is when an attacker convinces your phone carrier to transfer your number to their SIM card. Then they receive your text codes. This is relatively rare but has happened to high-profile targets. Verdict: better than nothing, but not the most secure option. Method 2. Email codes, similar to SMS but sent to your email. Pros: easy. Cons: if your email is compromised, this doesn't help. Verdict: only use if nothing else is available. Method 3. Authenticator apps. Recommended. Apps like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy generate time-based codes. How it works. 1. You scan a QR code when setting up MFA. 2. The app generates a new 6-digit code every 30 seconds. 3. You enter the code when logging in. Pros: more secure than SMS, works offline. Free. Cons: if you lose your phone, you need backup codes. Verdict: this is what I recommend for most people. Method 4. Hardware security keys. Most secure. Physical devices like YubiKey that you plug into your computer or tap on your phone. Pros: most secure option, immune to phishing. Cons: cost $25.50, can be lost. Verdict: overkill for most people, but ideal for high-value accounts. How to enable MFA, step by step. Step 1. Download an Authenticator app. Google Authenticator, simple, reliable. Microsoft Authenticator, great if you use Microsoft products. Authy, supports multi-device sync. Step 2. Go to your account security settings. Start with these accounts: email, Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, banking and financial accounts, password manager, yes, protect the password manager with MFA, social media, work accounts. Step 3. Look for two-factor authentication or two-step verification. Step 4. Choose Authenticator app, not SMS if you can avoid it. Step 5. Scan the QR code with your Authenticator app. Step 6. Enter the 6-digit code to confirm. Step 7. Save your backup codes. Most services give you 8 to 10 backup codes. Store these in your password manager or write them down and keep them somewhere safe. If you lose your phone, these backup codes let you regain access. Important: every service has a slightly different setup process, but it's always in the security or privacy settings. Stolen passwords. Even if attackers have your password, they don't have your phone. Phishing: unless you give them the MFA code, which expires in 30 seconds. Credential stuffing. Leaked passwords from other sites won't work. Brute force attacks. Doesn't matter how many passwords they try, they still need the second factor. What MFA doesn't protect against: real-time phishing, where you enter the code on a fake site and the attacker uses it immediately. Sophisticated social engineering, malware on your device. But these are advanced threats. For 99% of attacks, MFA is your shield. MFA methods. Comparison chart. Authenticator app demo. Google Authenticator. Step-by-step MFA setup. Gmail example. Security key demonstration. Let's talk about creating your master password for your password manager. This is the one password you need to get right. Method 1. The passphrase method. Use 5 to 7 random words strung together. Example: Elephant Mountain Blue Coffee Dragon 2025. This is 42 characters long and would take trillions of years to crack, but it's easy to remember if you create a mental image. Tips: avoid common phrases or quotes. Don't use personal information, names, birthdays. Add a number and symbol for extra security. Method 2. The diceware method. This uses physical dice and a word list to create truly random passphrases. How it works: 1. Roll 5 dice. 2. Write down the numbers, e.g. 42613. 3. Look up the corresponding word in the diceware list, available free online. 4. Repeat 5 to 7 times to create a passphrase. Example result: Cleft Cam Synod Lacey YR Walk. This is cryptographically random and secure. Method 3. The sentence method. Create a sentence that's meaningful to you but obscure to others. Example: I adopted my dog Max from the shelter in Edmonton on June 15, 2018. This is 73 characters and combines personal meaning with randomness. My recommendation: use the passphrase method with at least 5 random words plus a number. Write it down on paper while you're memorizing it. Keep that paper somewhere safe. Once it's committed to memory, destroy the paper. Practice typing it 10 times. You'll have it memorized. Passphrase examples, not real passwords. Diceware method demonstration. Password strength meter comparison. Let's recap what we covered. First, passwords alone are broken because of reuse, weak patterns, and human memory limitations. Second, password managers solve this by generating, storing, and auto-filling strong, unique passwords. I recommend Bitwarden. Third, multi-factor authentication adds a second layer of protection. Use an authenticator app like Google Authenticator. Fourth, create a strong master password using a passphrase with 5 to 7 random words. Your action steps for this week. 1. Set up a password manager, Bitwarden, 1Password, or Dashlane. 2. Create a strong master password using the passphrase method. 3. Add your 5 most important accounts to the password manager with new strong passwords. 4. Enable MFA on those 5 accounts using an authenticator app. 5. Save your backup codes. Watch out for episode 4 where I explain VPNs, public Wi-Fi risks, and how to browse securely. I'll also show you which VPN I use and why most VPNs are lying to you in their marketing. In episode 4, we're covering network security, how to protect yourself on Wi-Fi, VPNs, and what actually happens when you connect to the internet. Critical stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Episode 3, Resources and Materials. Downloadable resources. 1. Password Manager. Setup Guide, PDF. MFA Setup Checklist, PDF. Priority Accounts to Protect. Step-by-step for common services, Gmail, banking, etc. Backup Code Storage Template. Master Password Creation Worksheet, PDF. Passphrase Generator Template. Diceware Word List, Sample. Strength Testing Guide. 1. Episode 3, Quiz Required Tools. Password Manager Software, Bitwarden Recommended. Authenticator App, Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy. Homework Assignment. Install Password Manager. Create strong master password. Add 5 critical accounts with new strong passwords. Enable MFA on those 5 accounts. Save backup code securely. Take Episode 3 quiz.
Ep3 Learning Center, training you for certification and career success.